Ooh, interesting. So we do have a ribbon from Shady. That is going to be the fairly standard ribbon set here with another glove tribal, the tried and true. Yam has teched in the parasol into the set over here, which is going to give Yam a much better time of actually punching through that tribal. Shady, knowing this, is actually going to be leading with Toaster for most of these pokes. But yeah, I'm just playing patiently there, staying away from Shady, and going for the counter punches there. Gets a nice one there on Shady's landing. And yeah, I'm just by staying safe, has not taken a hit yet, and does get the rush first. Does go into Shady's block there. Shady playing a bit more passively there around when Yam's rush did get ready. Yam still staying in that corner. Shady finally gets that tri-bolt hit in there. And let's see if things can change now that Yam does have that dragon arm down. Yam, I don't know if that was a deflect on the first hit there, but Yam did manage to jump back behind the pillar in time to avoid that rush, which is very nice. Yam staying in shield there behind that pillar. Shady does go for the grab, but Yam kept that in mind and reacted in time. Shady, realizing that the tri-bolt against two straightforward medium arms might not be the best choice here, switching out to the slap, does manage to get a few nice hits in onto Yam. Going around the outside there, Yam does get a nice jump in grab on that pillar break. But Shady does manage to stay patient and get some of those nice fire hits in there. Both players do have the rush now, just playing patiently, waiting each other out. Yam does jump in and try to find that grab opportunity, but the camera did stay focused on one point for a bit too long. Goes for a dash back, tries to punch through the grab, but it's a bit too late there. And now Shady does have Yam in rush range, but is not going for the rush quite yet. Yam does go for the grab there into the rush to try to catch Shady, but Shady maneuvering around so well with that ribbon girl and manages to sneak in a little slap from the outside to secure that round. Goes and closes in with that rush advantage, but the glove rush tracking did home on Yam's old spot, and Yam dodged out of that very well with the side dash. Shady closing in for one of those nice slam grabs, though super narrow, super hard to punch through, and so effective. Cornering Yam now, while Yam still has that dragon arm down. Both of those charged fire hits or those 1-2s will just knock Yam down over and over again. But Yam getting a nice roaster hit in there on Shady's landing. Shady actually jumping a lot in neutral, letting these openings happen. And Yam does get the dragon arm roaster here, and that girth will just catch Ribbon Girl's side jumps. Yam does have the upper hand here now, especially with that dragon arm advantage now. Just does not need to lose it. Just maybe try to a little bit overly hastily approach. But Shady does go for the rush there, and it did miss Yam. Yam gets the rush. Yam gets one more nice hit in there, and the first round is going to go to Yam. Sparring and Mazo are going to be banned again from Yam's side. Fairly good picks, needing a stage with a little bit more distance to get that Dragon Arm charged up. I mean, Mausoleum is considered a neutral stage, but it is fairly aggressive in the beginning. Buster Beach, while being an aggro stage, does have that Hot Pocket side, which does allow Min Min to get the jump back, and Via Dolce just allows Min Min to get the charge up at the beginning by default anyways. Shady choosing to go for a stage that is a bit more small. Min Min can still get a charge at the start of the match. Can still get a charge of the match there, especially starting on this side over here, as you can see there. But Ribbon Girl can approach and prevent that on the other starting position. While this map does have a bit of cover here, it is also fairly small. I almost said in radius, I forgot the right term for the circle, but Min Min can't just hop onto the other side of the map and safely charge up here. Min Min is always going to be in danger of getting caught in a charge in a neutral position. Shielding a bit too eagerly there, and Shady calls it out and does go for the grab there. Both players just hopping around each other with those pillars in the middle. Shady gets the rush in first, tries to get it from the mid-range, but Yam does play patiently and gets the shield up in time. Yam does have no Dragon Arm up quite yet, but with like the weights being equalized and Chakram just having a fairly wide girth on its own, feeling safe to just try to get the weight advantage there. I mean, not weight advantage, but boxing advantage, I guess, with those with that Chakram and that Parasol. We're already almost at time, and Shady has not let Yam get a solid hit on him quite yet. We are going to end in a timeout. Just Yam maybe switching away from that roaster, but and not and going to that Chakram, which does kind of stay around the ground. It does miss Ribbon Girl a lot if she does go a bit more jump happy. Shady goes for the rush first there and gets a nice 270 onto Yam. And Shady can just go ahead and play a bit more defensive now with that large health lead. Yam does have a few more pokes in here though. Does go for the rush attempted on the extended slap, but Shady does manage to back off in time. Gets a nice close range toaster hit in there off that landing. Is trying to stay just up close to Yam, waiting for that rush to ready up, but Yam does dodge that out just in time. Yam needs to play a little bit more safe. Tries to get that charge, but it is not safe on Scrapyard. Especially on that slope in the middle. That just got caught out fairly easily by Shady. And Shady does equalize the series. We are going to go to a game 3. Mausoleum and DNA will be the banned stages from Shady's side, and Shady is also going to be switching to Twintel, which is the character he's played a bunch more recently for that pivotal last game. And yeah, I'm choosing to go to Via Dolce, which is going to be a fairly smart pick for Min Min here, being able to corner that Twin Tail and being able to get that charge up at the beginning of the match, which is going to be pretty key. Yam has switched out that chakram, which did not work so well for the Thunderbird here. We're going to see if Shedy's glove chakram works out a bit better here. Yam using that distance from Via Dolce to get that early Dragon Arm, but Shedy just says no and gets a nice stun into grab confirm to pretty much stop that. Shedy just chasing Yam back and forth from one side to the other. I mean, cue the, what was that song again? The Crazy Chase song. But it's not a chase if Shedy keeps catching Yam like that. Gets a nice close range rush and puts Yam at about one punch dead and gets it on Yam's Thunderbird extension. Let's see if Yam can change a bit more this round. Going for the roaster in the Dragon Arm side early on. Maybe gonna try to have a bit more safety on the punch through. Shedy trying to call out Yam's hop back charge, but Yam using those last few bits of rush there to just knock that grab down and get the Dragon Arm anyway. That Thunderbird finally paying off there, knocking down Shedy from the side. Shedy has cornered Yam again though, and has the rush ready. Got a few hits in earlier, so that shield was almost broken. It's almost broken again from the other side. And Shedy is just keeping Yam in that corner. That stage pick not working out for Yam at all here. Yam does get another nice roaster hit, gets a second roaster hit, and has the rush ready again. Puts Shedy in the corner. And is actually backing off a bit to try to find the opportunity, but it does not get it there. Gets another knockdown though, and Shedy's arms are fairly damaged here, so with a bunch more punch pressure, Shedy could possibly break Yam's shield. Yam could possibly break Shedy's shield again. Shedy does have the rush ready, has put in Yam into close range. This is not going to kill just yet. Both players at one hit. Shedy cornering Yam there, tries to stall Yam out with that aura to find the time, but Yam catching Shedy's dash with that Thunderbird, I believe. So we are going to go to round 3. Both players not switching up their loadouts. That Dragon Arm roaster did work out for Yam, so that arm side switch is going to stay in place here. Yam closing in onto Shedy, going for one of those aerial grabs into the rushes if the grab misses, but the grab does connect. And Shedy is now cornered. There's another nice roaster hit in there to take it. And another one. Shedy is now possibly in range of a rush KOing. One charge Thunderbird will spell disaster here. But Yam is also approaching possible death by rush range here, especially since a charged chakram could confirm into a rush. Yam tries to go for a aerial rush there. It goes into Shedy's shield. Shedy smartly manages to avoid that rush and punch over it by jumping. That was a very nice counter rush there from Shedy, and it tilted the scale just enough for Shedy to take it over Yam in the end. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I completely forgot to switch load.